Today, we cover about the development of fintech here in Europe, especially how the regulation would affect and facilitate the development, whether there would be level playing field for players of different size, and also from the perspective of customer protection, how they can be protected when there are really some new products being launched by these fintech companies. Everybody acknowledged that fintech is important and is something that we should properly take care of. We should not indeed kill the innovation for especially those startup companies, but at the same time we have to make sure that they are properly regulated so that the customers would be protected. In this respect, we are very happy that we can share the Hong Kong perspective and also learn from some European experience.
We were talking about how fintech and EU regulations and EU strategy are going to actually help or hinder the actual adoption of this type of organisation within our ecosystem. Some organisations are maybe not aware of the regulations that are required when they're starting up. For us, through our Aviva Ventures, our work with accelerators and startups around the globe, actually we're helping some of those organisations to understand what it means to work in our space. But the conversation today was around how Europe can provide sandboxes to allow the organisations to develop their innovation and then layer on some of the regulation later on.
FinTech is a use of technology in financial services, and even more so it's about the pace of innovation that's happening in our industry. For example, if a financial service institution wants to use innovative technology like cloud technology, we are often restricted to do so by our supervisors because existing outsourcing requirements do not allow for us to move our data to the cloud. If you're from a fintech perspective, if you're engaged in a new activity like peer-to-peer lending or crowdfunding, you may not find a European regulatory framework there, so it's harder for you to expand your services at the lowest possible cost at European level.
There's a lot of hype and optimism about fintech, and we have to be a little bit careful because it really changes how consumers are managing their daily financial life. One of the challenges we see with fintechs is how big data analytics are making products more and more individual for people, and it carries a lot of risks. For instance, in the area of insurance, people with a higher risk they will pay a much higher premium than people with very low risk. And if you have people, consumers getting a smartphone to track how many steps they're taking on a daily basis, what will happen with people who are not willing to share all those data? What will happen with people who have a bad physical condition? Will they not be able to benefit from a rebate from their health insurer? And in general, we believe that big data, there's a risk that your private life will be financialized. There's one maybe fun example that I can give. In the United States, there's one dental insurer, and they provide a consumer with a toothbrush which is which is connected with Bluetooth, and then the better you brush your teeth, the lower your premium is for dental insurance. But then you have to ask yourself the question: do you want to look in the mirror brushing your teeth, thinking about your insurer? So I think those are kind of questions we need to answer. Absolutely.